Hi everyone, Miss Sala here from Learn to Grow. I hope that you guys are enjoying your summer and that your gardens are doing well. We're going to take a quick tour of the garden and show you what we've been harvesting the past few weeks. The seedlings are also growing for our fall gardens. It's been a wonderful season for us here at the Pacific Northwest. I'm in Zone 8. We've been sharing some of our harvest with our friends and neighbors, as well as some plants, trying to help others get started on their own gardens. There are some strawberries in there, pretty unusual, especially in the late summer. I'm in the Pacific Northwest Zone 8. Although we have gotten a lot of rain the past couple of weeks, so it's like we got a second wave of spring. This shrub here is spearmint. Great herb to have. I'll show you some potatoes that we've been harvesting. I actually cut off a lot of the potato plants since they turned yellow and brown. They were dying back, which means the potatoes are ready to be harvested. I removed most of the tops of the potatoes. Some of them are really tan or brown, as you can see right there. It's all dyed back, which means there's lots of potatoes in there to be harvested. There's some Yukon Reds and Fingerling. I want to show you this. These are really good potatoes. They've got a buttery texture. My kids love them. I love them. But that's a really great size one. A couple of potatoes growing in containers here, the grocery bag and a nursery pot. I'll have some faba beans growing in this bed. And I mainly planted them for the seeds this year since I only had a few. So next year we'll be able to harvest plenty. Also sowed some collards, kale, and beet seeds in this bed. So they're pretty small, so you can see all these little seedlings. I will be thinning them out in the next few days. We also had a couple of potato volunteers, as you can see right there. Also have some chives in this bed. Got more strawberries in this box right here. Need to thin them out this fall and move some towards the back. Some more fall crops in this bed. We sowed them in rows. We got carrots, lettuce. They're still pretty tiny, so you can see all the seedlings right there. The spinach seems to be growing, and I think I've got some baby bok choy and then some radishes on the other side. Some seedlings on the edge right there. Those are parsnips. It's the first time I'm growing parsnips. They were given to me by a friend, and so I hope they do well. More potatoes. I believe these are the German butterball potatoes. I'm growing them along with the scarlet runner beans. Here's the other side of the bed. These are the purple potatoes. We're about to harvest those as well. Another potato bed here. I know I went crazy over the potatoes. I bought some seed potatoes this year and I'm trying them out. I've usually only planted the store-bought organic potatoes and they produce prolifically, so we'll see how the seed potatoes do this year for me. Some corn. I believe there's some glass gem corn and some ambrosia corn. Sowed some peas there in the middle. These are the bush type peas. These are good for fall crop. And first time I'm growing cucumbers. Didn't do a trellis. I'm just gonna let them grow right here on the gravel, which is fine with me. They seem to be doing well. The leaves look healthy. So I hope to get some cucumbers this year. Here's the other side of the garden. Got my scarlet runner beans on this trellis here. Tongue of fire balota beans. Need to harvest all these. I love these beans. These are really good, kind of buttery texture. Young scarlet runner bean pods are really great to eat. They're kind of sweet. I think it's the sweetest bean pod I've ever tasted, closer to a sweet pea. And you can actually just eat this raw. Nice and crunchy. These are already too mature to eat. They get longer than about 5 inches. They become really firm and too tough to eat. So we'll just let them mature so we can get seeds. When they do get to this stage, you don't want to eat this raw. You want to cook them thoroughly because it contains a lot of lectin. I think it's the same thing with the kidney beans, the darker colored beans. Here are some herbs in containers: lemon balm, basil, parsley, thyme, rosemary, oregano. I'm growing lots of herbs this year and I'm loving it. It smells wonderful. These are more herbs. These shrubs here: lemon balm, chocolate mint, or pineapple sage, chocolate mint, some oregano. Lots of tomato plants. I had to prune them back because they were showing signs of late blight on some of the leaves. Sweet 100s and some black cherry there. And down the row I've got some Galapagos Island tomatoes. The Galapagos Island tomatoes, they're pretty small cherry tomato type. I'm very excited to try these. I read that they are sweet and tart. The Galapagos Island tomatoes also have smaller leaves and they're very pretty, kind of frilly type leaves, ornamental leaves. They tend to get really bushy though, so I keep having to trim back the suckers that grow in between the stems. That way we get some air in there to prevent any blight. More tomatoes here, still green. I honestly forgot what variety this is. I didn't put the plant tags on this one here, but they're looking great. I think we got some Seattle Heirloom, Black Krim, as well as Brandywine. Yep, they're all still green. Soon enough. Just waiting for the weather to warm up again. More tomatoes in pots we've been harvesting. Got a couple of sun gold tomatoes. These are the tomatoes that I started from the suckers in May. And as you can see, they're doing quite well. It's about 4 feet tall already. Mammoth sunflowers, you know, they're a little late this year because the squirrels kept digging at the seeds. My kids were upset about that, so it took almost a month for them to grow finally, but we'll get some flowers this fall. Basil here, it's bolting, so we'll get some seeds from that. These are the Phileas blue peppers. These are beautiful. As you can see, the leaves got purple streak on them. Kind of an ornamental type. The peppers are beautiful. They're like a purplish blue, as you can see, and they're pretty small, but they are hot. We'll be taking this one in for the winter, and hopefully they can grow it all year round. More pepper plants on this row here. I got a late start on them as well. I think these are some jalapeno and as well as bell pepper. They're still pretty small. Here are the Romanesco broccoli. They were attacked by aphids. Spray them with some pyrethrin, but the leaves really died down. The floret was beautiful. I'll include a picture in this video so you see how beautiful it looks like. They taste more like cauliflower, so it's between broccoli and cauliflowers. We've been getting a lot of potatoes, which is great. They're pretty easy to grow, so if you haven't grown potatoes, you might want to try it next year. Okay, my camera's dying, so I need to hurry. Some more beans here, some pole beans, green beans, and I think a couple of bush type beans down there. Yay, finally a zucchini. I got a late start on these as well. This is the yellow squash. And having to hand pollinate them. There has not been any bees or wasps even early in the morning. This one I hand pollinated about 5 days ago. As you can see, it's growing. I hope that your gardens are producing for you and that you're having a wonderful summer as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned and join me for some DIYs. I'll be preserving some spices. I'm really excited about doing this. I just started recently, and some more stuff with herbs. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and happy gardening.